The music had stopped. The lights from the chandeliers shimmered over hundreds of confused faces. Guests whispered, glancing at the empty aisle where a bride was supposed to walk just minutes ago. But there was no bride. Only silence and a story waiting to be told. I stood there, glass of champagne in my hand, my wife beside me. We were both stunned. The DJ had paused the playlist, the wedding planner was on the verge of tears, and somewhere behind the closed doors of a dressing room, the bride had locked herself inside. It was supposed to be her perfect day, but instead, it became the day her brother's 9-year-old revenge plan came to life. And honestly, I'd never seen karma strike so cold and so perfectly. If you've ever wanted to see justice served, not by luck, but by patience, then get ready. Because this story proves one thing. Some wounds may fade, but the memory of humiliation, that can wait years before it strikes back. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into one of the most chilling yet oddly satisfying revenge stories I've ever witnessed. My name's Daniel, and to understand how we got here, you have to go back almost a decade to a small quiet town where everyone knew each other, and my neighbors, the Millers, were the friendliest family you could ever meet. Tom Miller was a hardworking father, his wife kind and welcoming, and their 2 kids, Ethan and Lily, were inseparable. Or, at least, they used to be. Growing up, those 2 were always pulling pranks on each other. Fake spiders in the cereal box. Toothpaste swapped for cream cheese. Buckets of water over doorways. In the beginning, it was all fun and laughter. But as they got older, Lily's jokes began crossing lines. She was clever, confident, and always the center of attention. Ethan, on the other hand, was quiet, the kind of boy who helped neighbors mow lawns, saved his allowance, and didn't talk much about his feelings. And maybe that's why her teasing hurt more, because he never fought back. Then came the night that changed everything. Prom night. Ethan was thrilled. He'd been working part-time jobs, saved up to buy a suit, and even practiced how to tie a perfect Windsor knot. I remember him coming over that afternoon, helping me clean my truck, smiling as he said, "Tonight's gonna be special. I just hope nothing goes wrong." But something did go wrong. A few hours later, his dad called me, voice shaking. Ethan had come home early, completely humiliated. Apparently, while getting ready for prom, he'd washed his hair, except his shampoo wasn't shampoo. Lily had replaced it with hair removal cream. Chunks of his hair fell out in the shower. By the time he realized what was happening, it was too late. He ended up shaving his entire head and went to prom bald, trying to pretend it was fine. But it wasn't. People stared. Some laughed. Photos went viral on the school's social page. And worst of all, Lily, his own sister, posted one with a caption. "My brother's trying out the Mr. Clean look tonight." That night broke something inside him. And though he smiled through it, the pain behind his eyes said everything. He stopped talking much after that. Graduated early. Left town. And when he did, he left the past and his sister behind. Over the next few years, Ethan and I kept in touch through the occasional text. He went to college, got a degree, landed a good job in the city. He seemed happy, successful, even, but there was a cold edge to him now. A kind of quiet, controlled distance. He never mentioned Lily again. But sometimes, in between small talk, he'd slip in a line like, "People always get what they deserve, one way or another." I didn't think much of it until the wedding invitation arrived. It was a beautiful card, gold-trimmed, elegant handwriting. Lily and Jason, together forever. Then, just as the planner was about to announce a delay, Lily's father took the mic. His voice was heavy. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid the wedding ceremony has been canceled, but please stay for the dinner and music. We'd appreciate your company." The room went silent. Canceled? On the wedding day? Later that evening, while people were eating and trying to make sense of what happened, the truth came out, in whispers first, then laughter, then full-blown shock. Apparently, the night before the wedding, Lily had taken a relaxing shower in her hotel suite. She used her expensive, hydrating shampoo. Except it wasn't hers. Ethan had switched it. The same hair removal cream she'd used on him 9 years ago. By morning, clumps of her hair were gone. Her stylist tried everything, wigs, extensions, even scarves, but nothing could fix it. She locked herself in the bridal suite, refusing to be seen. Her fiancé tried to comfort her, but she wouldn't come out. Eventually, she canceled the ceremony herself. When Ethan was asked if he knew anything, he simply said, "She taught me that some jokes take time to be funny." You'd think the family would explode, right? That her parents would scream at Ethan? But instead, Tom Miller just sighed and said quietly, "We don't approve of what you did, son, but we understand." Everyone did. Because sometimes justice doesn't come in a courtroom or a fight. It comes in a bottle of shampoo swapped in silence. That night, the wedding turned into a strange kind of party. People laughed awkwardly, told old stories, and secretly admired Ethan's patience. Even I couldn't help but raise my glass to him. 9 years. 9 years he waited. And when the moment came, he didn't need to shout or fight or gloat. He just let karma do its work through his own hands. As I drove home that night, I thought about the meaning of revenge. Was it right? Maybe not. But was it justified? In a strange, poetic way, yes. Ethan's revenge wasn't cruel. It was symbolic. He gave his sister a taste of the exact humiliation she gave him. And while it might sound petty to some, for him, it was closure. Because sometimes the only way to heal from the past is to let karma speak, even if you have to deliver it yourself. If this story gave you chills or made you think about karma, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and tell me in the comments, what's the coldest revenge you've ever seen in real life? And, of course, subscribe for more real-life stories of betrayal, justice, and satisfaction. Because sometimes the sweetest payback is the one that takes time.